Hey guys, what's up? It's VS here again. Today I have a hardcore support Spas-12 M.O.A.B. I'm using my usual support setup, which is UAV and ballistic vests. My perks, I believe, are scavenger, so I don't have to keep picking up new guns. I can just keep going with the intentional gun that I have. I have assassin, obviously, because that's the best tier 2 perk, especially for shotgun. You don't really need quick draw or anything like that. With going for M.O.A.B, hardline doesn't make that much of a difference unless you're with teammates that can pick up the assist, but in hardcore you're not likely going to get that many assists. And of course I have Sitrep Pro because in hardcore sound helps out a lot because it's not so much visual. In regular core I use the mini-map like crazy, which you don't have the luxury of that in hardcore except with UAVs, which you do get a UAV every, like 4th kill, 5th kill. And so you do get that frequently, but I prefer Sitrep Pro for, just because it's that good of a perk. It's just an amazing perk. And it's definitely what I run most usually when I'm playing hardcore. For some of my snipers, I think I run Marksman. That helps out with the sight issue a little bit. But yeah, those are the 3 perks I have. The attachments, I think I only have kick for the pro efficiency and the grip for the attachment. You don't really need a silencer in hardcore because unless they're just firing off UAVs like crazy, it's not really needed. You can, I don't really see the need for it. I don't use one, especially on shotguns and like PM9, maybe for the ACR, just because I like the way it feels with the silencer, or some of the other guns that kick a little bit more and that the silencer reduces the kick a little bit. Like I use a G36C and with the silencer or suppressor, whatever you want to call it. I use that in hardcore because it reduces the kick a little bit for me. That's what it feels like. I don't know if that's accurate, but it feels like it reduces the kick for me, and it just makes it more of an easier gun to use, and it just feels like a really good gun with the silencer. And that's just one of the few guns that I always have a silencer on no matter what. Even the ACR, I won't always use a silencer on it, even though that's usually the best setup. But since we're talking hardcore right now, just forget that. Yeah, with shotguns and snipers, you really don't need a silencer in hardcore. Like I said, I don't think you need it with any gun, but it's personal preference. Do what you feel comfortable with. That's the main line. And yeah, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the shotguns, in my opinion, since this is my first shotgun M.O.A.B. It seems suiting. I think the first one on the list is the USAS or ASUS, whichever way that's said. That gun is probably the best for hardcore simply because it's a semi-auto. It has a little bit better range than the striker, but I guess you can shoot more with the striker, But I prefer the USAS. I don't feel as scrubby as when I use the striker. I try not to use the striker at all shotgun-wise. I don't like running into people with it, and I don't like using it against people. It just kind of feels noobish and cheap to me. I'll probably use it just so I can get the striker M.O.A.B. because, like you all know, I'm just kind of trying to get the M.O.A.B. with every gun just for fun. Not really a massive goal of mine, but it's definitely something I'm working toward to. So yeah, that's my look on the USAS or ASUS. You know which one I'm talking about. But it doesn't have. It's semi-auto. That's its upside. The next one is the Spas-12, which this thing's range is straight up ridiculous. As you can see, some of the shots on my game, it just the range is just. It's too good. It's too much of a beast for hardcore. I don't even have range or damage, I don't think, on it right now. I don't even think I have it unlocked at this point. I've even used it some since this M.O.A.B. You don't really need it, I don't think. If you had range on it, you could probably get you more ridiculous shots. Maybe I do have range. I think its gun level right now is only like, what cam was it? I think that's like Hex or something. So it's like, I think it was only level 12 when I got this. I will post if it does have range or damage on it, which I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but we'll see. Yeah, the Spas-12, I definitely think its upside is range. Its downside, of course, is that it's a pump, which it doesn't take that long to pump, but sometimes that half a second or a fourth a second it takes to pump, that could be your lifesaver, not having to pump, and that's why some people choose the USAS over a pump gun. but I personally prefer a pump gun. It feels more powerful, it feels fun to run around with, and if you guys haven't tried it on hardcore, I'd recommend giving it a go, especially with support. You might end up with a shotgun support M.O.A.B like mine. This isn't a fast M.O.A.B by any means. I don't even know if it's that really good of a M.O.A.B, but you know, it's a shotgun M.O.A.B, and it's my first one, and I'm proud of it. So you know, whatever. The next on the list of guns, I think, is the KSG. I don't really remember the list. The KSG it's a lot like the Spas. You know, it's a pump gun. I want to say that its damage is a little bit better than the range, but I don't know the statistics on these shotguns, so I can't tell you for sure. This is how it feels to me. The Spas-12 has range, the KSG has damage, and that's kind of what makes them a little bit different. I've had problems where the KSG doesn't always want a one-shot in regular core, and the Spas-12 will sometimes, so I don't know if that's due to the range or damage or what, but that's the main difference. To me, that's what it feels like the main difference between those two shotguns are. The Striker is one of the guns that I consider to be utmost noob in this game. You know, I don't think it really takes any skill. You just run into somebody. You don't have to pull up your gun or anything because it's a shotgun. The only problem with it is that it's a shotgun, so you can't use it long range. But on a close range map, it's just, oh my gosh, just put it away. If you can't use a better shotgun, then just, I don't know. Don't use a Striker though. That's me. I don't want to use a Striker. I guess you can if you prefer it. Man, I don't like the Striker though at all. I don't like the image that it gives me when I feel like I run around with it. It feels newbie running around with the Striker. I will use it sometimes just for fun, but I don't really use it for, I don't know, just to run around with and try for good games with it. I don't know. But look at this. I get a nice double C4. And that's, I think most of I might have only gotten 3 kills that weren't Spas-12 in this M.O.A.B streak. I had the knife at the beginning, which you all seen. Then I had that double C4, and I think I picked the M.O.A.B up relatively soon, within the next minute or two. But I'm sorry, I'm kind of going all around with the commentary. It just kind of, this stuff pops in my head, and I say it as I go. And yeah, so that's kind of the nice thing about my own YouTube channel, though. I can do what I want with it. And I'll talk about that in a different commentary, because I have a little bit of a direction I can go with that I want to go with it in the commentary. I'll save that for Sundays maybe, which I'm not sure which map I'm going to do for M.O.A.B. for M.O.A.B around the world this Sunday, but I'll try and make it a good one to make up for the last one, or yeah, the really campy last one. But there you see me pick up the M.O.A.B. I think I called it in right away. I can't tell because it's hardcore and I can't quite remember, but I think it's going off right now. It cracked me up when I got the M.O.A.B. and called it in. Somebody's like, M.O.A.B? Just like how he said it. It was just so funny. And yeah, so there's my M.O.A.B. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you didn't, definitely dislike it. And until next video, I will catch you later.